Imagine waking up to find the world's most powerful currency quietly losing its strength. This is the rise and the silent fall of the British pound. How did the world's most trusted currency begin to fall? Not overnight, but slowly, silently, while millions never noticed what was happening. The real mystery isn't that the pound fell. It's how such a powerful currency suffered a silent fall, without panic, shocking headlines, or one defining moment. To understand the fall, we first need to witness the incredible rise. 2 centuries ago, Britain wasn't just a nation. It stood at the center of the global economy. British ships crossed every ocean, carrying wealth worldwide. As trade grew, the British pound spread with it, becoming a symbol of global power and stability. Merchants trusted it. Governments relied on it. The British pound became more than money. It powered an empire that transformed global trade forever. The Bank of England became the world's financial heart. Gold filled its vaults, and the British pound earned unmatched trust across global markets. For decades, nations held wealth in pounds. Businesses chose it, investors trusted it, and Britain's financial power reached across the world. By the early 1900s, the British pound was more than money. It became the world's financial backbone, symbolizing strength, stability, and global power. Faces a turning point. Hidden beneath Britain's prosperity, enormous challenges were quietly growing, waiting for the moment to change history forever. Then came World War I. It drained Britain's wealth, shattered its economy, and forced the government to spend huge sums just to keep fighting. As the war dragged on, debt exploded and gold reserves disappeared. The British pound stayed respected, but cracks beneath its strength slowly began to show. Britain won the war, but at a huge cost. Decades of prosperity turned into mountains of debt, and the pound slowly lost the power it once held. Meanwhile, another economic giant was rising. The United States expanded rapidly, while the dollar gained the trust once placed in Britain's economy. The rise of the dollar wasn't just America's success. It marked the beginning of the British pound's fall, as global financial power quietly shifted across the Atlantic. But this still wasn't the silent fall. Most people believed Britain would quickly recover, unaware that the biggest transformation in financial history had already begun. In 1944, world leaders met at Bretton Woods to reshape the global financial system, forever changing the future of international currencies. From then on, the US dollar became the world's leading reserve currency. The British pound stayed important, but its global dominance had come to an end. Transition wasn't dramatic. No flashing warnings or instant collapse. The British pound lost influence year after year, almost unnoticed worldwide. Gradually, factories closed, productivity slowed, and growth weakened. Britain's industrial dominance faded, making it harder for the pound to keep its global status. Inflation surged, prices climbed, and families felt the strain. As living costs rose, confidence in Britain's economic future kept fading. Then came another shock. In 1976, Britain sought financial aid from the IMF, a move few ever believed the nation would have to make. For many, this was undeniable proof that the empire's financial dominance had ended. The rise that once inspired the world had transformed into a long, silent fall. Yet the story didn't end there. Britain adapted, rebuilt key industries, and remained one of the world's largest financial centers despite losing its former supremacy. Today, London is still a global financial capital. The British pound remains one of the world's strongest currencies, but its influence has evolved over time. Brexit brought fresh uncertainty. Investors questioned Britain's future, markets turned volatile, and the pound faced renewed pressure worldwide. Inflation, global crises, and uncertainty still challenge Britain. The story of the British pound continues to unfold before our eyes. Can Britain rise again, or will its silent decline continue? No economist knows for sure, and that's what makes this story so fascinating. History teaches a powerful lesson. No empire stays on top forever, and no currency remains dominant without innovation, stability, and global trust. The rise and fall of the British pound isn't just Britain's story. It reminds us every power can rise, every giant can fall, and history never stops.